Dear students, so now today's topic is orthogonality, which is continuation of module 4. Orthogonality. In that we will see what is vector. Here vector is any physical quantity. You all know about what is vector and scalar. Okay, definition is any physical quantity which has both magnitude and direction is said to be vector. Which has both magnitude and direction. Okay, here example if u is this vector, u vector contains this u1 u2 u3 so on up to un, which in the n dimensional space, in n dimensional vector space. Here Rn is a n dimensional vector space. N determines the dimension of the vector space, and V also same as v1 v2 v3, which is also vector in n dimensional vector space. Okay, so now we'll see properties of vector. Properties is addition of vector space, addition of vectors. If we add these two vectors, the vector looks like u plus v. If we add vector u and vector v, that means we get u1 plus v1. We have corresponding element of the vector u1 v1, u2 plus v2, u3 plus v3, u3 plus v3, so on up to un plus vn. This is the addition of vector in addition of vectors which is in n dimensional vector space, n dimensional plane. Okay, this is the addition of vector. Multiplication of vector. If we multiply these vectors, any one vector, these two, any one vector by scalar, here multiplication of vector. Multiplication of vector. If we take vector u, multiply vector u by the scalar quantity called alpha. Alpha is a scalar quantity, belongs to field. Field means it contains only scalar elements. Alpha belongs to F, means alpha is a scalar, and u belongs to Rn. Rn means n dimensional vector space. If we multiply alpha with vector u, we get each element of u multiplied by that scalar. Alpha u1, alpha u2, alpha u3, so on up to alpha un. Therefore, these two are the properties of the vectors. Properties of the vector. Addition is looks like this. Corresponding elements we add. Addition means corresponding elements, we add corresponding elements to that those vectors. Okay, multiplication of vectors means multiply the scalar element by one vector, we get that scalar element will multiply each element of that vector. These two are the properties of vector. Here scalar means here any physical quantity which has both magnitude and direction is said to be vector. Scalar means any physical quantity which has only magnitude, not direction, which has only magnitude is said to be scalar. Which has only magnitude. Scalar means this is alpha. The vector which has only magnitude and direction. This denotes the direction. This arrow mark. Magnitude and direction. Here there is no direction for alpha. Therefore, that's why we call this alpha as scalar. Any physical quantity which has only magnitude, not direction. Therefore, that quantity, physical quantity, we call as scalar. Understood? Okay. How to find? We'll see how to find the length of the vector. Length of the vector u. Length of the vector u is length of the vector u. Length is norm of vector u. Norm, what is norm? Norm is root of u1 square, each sum of squares of each element of the vector. So which is nothing but we call length in terms of norm of u. u1 square, u2 square plus so on up to un square. Sum of squares of each vectors belongs to this vector. Each element belongs to this vector. This is the length of a vector. Vector u. Length of a vector u. Vector u. This is the length. This is also one property. Length. This is also one property of vector. Okay. We'll see what is the inner product of two vectors. Inner product of two vectors. Inner product is denoted by vector u dot vector v. Inner product of u is denoted by this brackets. Within that u and v. Inner product of u v, which is nothing but inner product means dot product of u transpose dot v, which is dot product of u transpose matrix and v. This is the inner product of u and v vector. The inner product of u and v vector space. In the n dimensional here, we will see one example on this in how to find inner product of these two vectors. In Rn here, in R3, if u vector is u1, u2, u3 belongs to R3. And v is vector v, let vector u is this, vector v is this, v1, v2, v3 belongs to R3, three-dimensional space, vector space. If u inner product of u vector u and v, which is nothing but u transpose into v, u transpose dot v, dot product of u transpose into v, which is equals to what is u transpose is column vector u1, u2, u3, column vector u1, u2, u3, and v is v1, v2, v3. Inner product of these two vectors gives u1 into v1 plus u2 into v2, which is inner product u transpose dot v, which is equals to u1 v1 plus u2 v2 plus u3 v3. This is the inner product which is denoted by in this bracket u v, inner product of u v, which is equals to u transpose into v, which is equals to u1 v1 plus u2 v2 plus u3 v3. This is inner product is a scalar, which is a scalar. Inner product is a scalar quantity, which has only magnitude, not directions. Okay. So now this is the inner product. Inner product is obtained by sum of multiplication of corresponding elements of the two vectors. Sum of multiplication of corresponding elements of the vectors, of two vectors. Okay, understood? So now what is orthogonal vectors? If two vectors are u, v, if two vectors u and v are orthogonal, if their inner product u dot v, their inner product is equal to, which is nothing but u transpose into v, u transpose dot v, dot product of u transpose and v, which is equals to 0. Their inner product is 0. Their inner product here, inner product the inner product of these two vectors is 0, then we say these two vectors are orthogonal vectors. Okay, so now we will see an example on orthogonal vectors. If let's example, if u is 4 2 minus 1 4 2 minus 1 and v is 1 minus 3 2 1 minus 3 2 1 minus 3 minus 2 here. Okay, then check whether these two are orthogonal or not. Okay, orthogonal means their inner product. First we have to find their inner product. Inner product of u dot uv is, which is equals to u transpose dot product of u transpose and v. Here u transpose is 4 to 1 as a row, 4 2 minus 1 and v as same as it is 1 minus 3 minus 2, which is equals to 4 into 1 4 plus 2 into minus 3 2 into minus 3 6 minus 6 minus 6 1 into minus 1 into minus 2 plus 2, which is equals to 4 plus 2 6 minus 6 0. Their inner product is therefore the given vectors are orthogonal. We have one property on orthogonal vectors. Orthogonal vectors are commutative. How? If we find inner product of uv and uv are uv, which is the same as inner product of v and u, which is same as, which is nothing but u transpose v as well as u transpose dot v as well as v transpose dot u. Therefore, by these two we denote that law as commutative law. It satisfies commutative law, means inner product is commutative. Inner product is commutative. Inner product of two vectors are commutative. This is the proper one property. This is one example. Okay, we will see next. We will see what are orthonormal vectors. This is orthogonal vectors. Next, we will see orthonormal vectors. So now, orthonormal vectors. Orthonormal vectors are a set of vectors. A set of vectors are said to be orthonormal. If set of vectors u, v and something else, u, v and so on, said to be orthonormal if the length of those vectors must be unity. Unity means norm of any vector is equal to 1. Norm of any that vector is equal to 1. Therefore, the length of vectors must be unity. Unity means norm is 1. The norm as also we call norm also as length of that vector. Length of that vector must be 1. Okay. Second condition is the vectors must be orthogonal. Orthogonal means their inner product is, if we take u and v vectors for their inner product is 0. Then we call these two vectors are orthogonal. Then if set of vectors satisfies these two conditions, we say those vectors are orthonormal vectors. So now we will see one example on orthonormal vector. Before, orthonormal vector, which is orthonormal, is also called as unit vector, because its length is 1. Therefore, we call orthonormal vectors also called as unit vectors. Unit vector. Okay. We will see one example on orthonormal vectors. Example U is, we will take same example. U is 4 2 minus 1 column vector, and vectors are always denoted by column. Okay, vectors are always denoted by column matrix. Okay, in matrix form we denote that vectors by column. Okay, and V is 4 1 minus 3 minus 2. 1 minus 3 minus 2. Same example. Okay, above example. U is this and V is this. To find its length, first we find its length. Length of vector must be unity. Its length, vector U, length is norm of U, which is equals to root of sum of squares of each element. 4 square plus 2 square plus 1. 4 2 minus 1, which is equals to root of 16 plus 4 plus 16 plus 4 20 plus 1 21. And length of V is sum of squares of each element in the vector V, which is equal to 1 minus 3 2. 1 square plus minus 3 into minus 3 plus 3 square plus 2 square, or plus minus 3 whole square plus minus 2 whole square, which is equals to root of 3 square 9, 4 square 13, 9 plus 4 13, 13 plus 1 14. Therefore, their unity, their length is not equal to 1. Therefore, these two vectors are not orthonormal. These two vectors are not orthonormal because the length of these two vectors are not equal to unity, not equal to 1. Therefore, to find the orthogonal vector, to find the orthonormal vector, we already know, we have formula. Orthonormal vector means U cap. We denote orthonormal vector by U cap, which is nothing but unit vector also, which is equals to vector U by norm of vector U. Vector U is given vector and norm is this one. To find the orthonormal vectors, these two vectors are not orthonormal. Therefore, we find the orthonormal vectors. 4 2 minus 1. U is 4 2 minus 1 U, and norm of U is root 21. Square root of 21. Square root of square root of 21. Therefore, we write this as the orthonormal vector is U is this and the norm of U is this. Then we divide 21 by the root 21 goes inside the matrix, inside the column matrix, gets 4 by root 21 and 2 by root 21 and minus 1 by root 21. Therefore, this is the orthonormal vector. How to find orthonormal vector? We have formula. The orthonormal vector as well as unit vector, both are same. Unit vector which is equals to U vector, given vector U by norm of that vector. Its length is sum of squares of each element. Its length of norm of U cap, which is orthonormal vector. Verify. This is verification whether its length is equal to unit or not, which is equal to, this is verification, which is equal to sum of squares of each element. 4 square by 21 root 21 square means 16 by 21, and 2 square 4 by root 21 square is 21, plus 4 by 21, plus minus 1 into minus 1 square is 1, root 21 square is 21, 1 by 21, which is equals to 16 plus 4 20 plus 1 21 by 21 gives 1. Its length of this vector, if this is orthonormal vector, the length is equal to 1. Here verification, this is verification, its length is verification. Therefore we find this orthonormal vector. Already found this orthonormal vector. Okay, orthonormal vectors for V. Orthonormal vector of U is this. Orthonormal vector of V is V cap, which is equals to vector V, given vector V, and norm of that vector, which is equal to the given vector V is 1 minus 3 minus 2. 1 minus 3 minus 2, and norm of that vector is root 14. Therefore root 14 goes inside, we get 1 by root 14 and minus 3 by root 14 minus 2 by root 14. This is the orthonormal vector of V. This is the orthonormal vector of U. Its length is equal to 1. Its length of V cap is 1. Okay, sum of squares of each element gives 1. This is orthonormal vector of U and orthonormal vector for V. Okay. First we have checked whether its length is equal to 1 or not. Then we have to find, if it is not equal to 1, we have to find another orthonormal vector for U and V. If length is equal to 1, then the given vectors are orthonormal vectors. Otherwise, we have to find the orthonormal vectors. Okay.